What's up, comic compadres, and welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd podcast and our top picks of the week show. And we have some very special guests from the Bronze and Modern Gods podcast, and I really enjoy their show, and I'm so stoked that they're on. We got John and Richard. I'm gonna pass this mic on first to Richard so he can introduce himself to our little audience here.
Okay, I want to thank you very much for having us on. This is great. It's nice seeing you all. So I'm Richard. I have been a comic book collector since I was in my teen years back in the 80s. Ran into this my co-conspirator here, John, when he was selling comic books in the back of a butcher shop. And
that's a good deal.
Yeah,
true story.
We struck up a friendship. Because of him, I met my wife. So we have a lot of history between us. Comic book collecting. I'm a Marvel guy. I'm an Independence guy. I'm a guy who had original Turtles back when they were on the shelf. And nowadays, I'm collecting a lot of modern books. I'm specking on modern books and going through that world. And I'm trying to spec the future, not the present. So a lot of the stuff I have is sitting in cold storage waiting for that special day. Big into Star Wars. I promised myself I wouldn't collect Star Wars books because it was a deep hole that I could not get myself out of. I have Star Wars books.
Nice.
I promised my same thing about
Pit.
Oh man, seriously. I promised my same thing about Funkos. I'm not going to collect Funkos because that's
do it.
Deep hole. I got some on the way. So it's a sickness. But I want to
we understand that Funko sickness. We just got cured.
Been there, done that.
Oh man, I'm just starting. Miles Morales and Dr. Doom and all my favorites. So I want to pitch it over to my buddy John and let him introduce himself.
Hey, I'm John from Bronze and Modern Gods, and in between slinging meats at a butcher shop and being a matchmaker, I also collect comic books, and my focus is where I grew up. The 70s and the 80s, the Bronze Age and the Copper Age are my sweet spots. But, when it comes down to it, I'm a Jack Kirby guy. Kirby all day long. Anything Kirby. Romance from the 60s. Machine Man, Devil Dinosaur, Commandy, I don't care. I love it. And in my daytime job, I what do? I think you call it work. I work for a major music label doing fan engagement. So it's a dream job, and it keeps a roof over my head and funny books under my feet. And I'm going to toss it over to my buddy, Big Rob.
All right.
Big Rob. Hey, Big Rob, thank you for not losing us 3
Signal
subs.
cutting out. No frozen faces or anything.
You know me. I'm Big Rob Stern Haven on Instagram, and I'm just ready to do these top picks. And let's move on to Alonzo.
What up, nerds? It's Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops. Collector of comic books, huge fan of anything pop culture related. Over to you, Steve.
What's going on, YouTube Nation? It's your boy Steve, aka Hip Hop's in Me, and I'm your 1/12 scale collector, comic book lover, and chaser of all things nostalgic. And I'm gonna go ahead and dish it on over to JR. What do we got, sir?
I'm JR, your Star Wars nerd, your Marvel nerd, your all-around asshole.
Oh yeah,
Raider fan also. I'm gonna pass it over to E. What's up, sir?
What's up, guys? And my name is Ian. You can catch me at Hood Rat Comics or on Instagram. And like I say always, man, I'm just that friendly neighborhood Winnie the Pooh trying to sniff out that honey. But let's start off with our show and give you guys our top picks. And to start off with JR.
So my pick of the week, I'm stealing from Steve. This is Department of Truth. He told you about it last month. I'm telling you about this month. If you didn't read last month, you made a mistake. This book is awesome. The twist at the end, I'm not going to ruin it for you. If you see our what if from last week, I got a little spoilers in there, but this book's going to be hot. Tyrion is just kicking everything's ass right now. He's working on his Batman run. I think this is going to be even better than his Batman run's been.
He's also doing great on Game of Thrones.
He's doing Wind also.
This one might be up there with Something's Killing the Children, man. It's that good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I see a parallel, definitely.
Yeah.
Tinian's killing the story.
And it's
This
going to
is-
be interesting to see where he goes. I mean, you got Reagan in this one. The last one was JFK kind of centric. So I'm interested in where we go. But we got some nice covers here. I know that.
All right, we got one by Christian Ward.
Which is the lady in red. I have a theory about her. I'm not going to say it here. But I think she's going to be an interesting character. Especially if she turns out being with...
Wonder if they have was it likeness rights for that lady from Breakfast and Tiffany's? What's her name?
Audrey
Audrey
Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn.
I wonder if they
As
have
the wo-
actual likeness rights for this.
Maybe.
I
I mean,
I never put the two together, to be honest with you.
By the way, I
Neither.
just want to point out it's really funny. The one gay guy pointed out Audrey Hepburn.
I couldn't remember her name, but I know it was Breakfast and
So
Tiffany's.
I love that movie.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. I finally have something to talk about.
Yeah.
I got you going.
Here
I
it
still
goes.
haven't seen that movie. And I worked 4 years of Blockbuster.
Don't
so-
lie. Don't lie.
Don't lie, bro. You know you've seen it 10
It's
times,
it's
bro.
it's in
No,
it's
I've
it's in
seen
his private
plenty.
collection.
I've
But
seen it
trust me, I've seen
3-4
plenty of
times.
times. I've never seen Breakfast with Me.
It's a good movie.
Oh,
It's a good
no,
movie.
it's not.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna
go
tell
back
you
to
guys
this.
right now.
Back to the book.
Gonna tell you guys right now. This second issue is gonna be a banger. I already spoke to my LCS. He's already read it, and he was like, "You're gonna need to pick this up. It's just getting better and better."
Yeah, I pick this up now while you can. I see this getting hot just like Something's Killing the Children
Definitely.
easy. These are the first few issues are just so far. The first issue was incredible, and the covers have been amazing. So if they keep that trend up, this is going to be a hot book.
The only thing that
those 1
scares
in
me.
10s, those 1 in 25s are still cheap, man. Those 1 in 50s, like grab them now. Like you're gonna regret it. Like we all
Yeah.
regret some of the Something Killing the Children stuff, man.
Yeah,
But-
I didn't
but the
pick up
one-
number one.
The one difference between this and Something Killing the Children, though, is Something Killing Children has a smaller print run. You've got a lot of different number ones with all these different variants.
Yep.
So be choosy on what ones you take, because there's like 30 variants, it seems like, for number one.
Mhm.
Everybody
So-
saw this one coming. No one saw Something's Killing the Children coming.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, I would say definitely buy some. Just don't go head over heels into it.
Yeah.
Definitely
Right.
get one of these.
Yeah.
1 in 10. 1 in 10 by Martin Simmons.
That art is sick.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. I don't know where it's leading to. The whole idea, the concept of the book is just brilliant. I mean, I haven't even
You know
heard
what this
something like
reminds me of? This reminds me of America right now, bro. Just playing.
Actually, it reminds me of Twilight
Well,
Zone.
It is an older white guy running away.
And then we
For
got
his
this
life.
one, right?
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
some QAnon
nightmares.
stuff right there.
Nightmares.
Yeah,
I hope
that's
they
a
don't
cover I
flag
just
this
can't
video.
dig. That's just
Don't flag this video for QAnon content.
Dude,
Q dash.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
like
man.
eat. Why don't you eat up and we'll tell you.
oh
I
man.
feel like that should be like a Silence of the Lamb cover.
That's
Yeah.
jacked up, man.
This cover is already out of control right now. I can
Yeah.
tell you.
You know what I think? Just from a pure visual standpoint, I think this is the cover that's going to sell out.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I think so.
I think it's already sold out. This thing,
Do you know if this is
It's
like
a
an
wrap.
incentive cover? Or is this just
It's a 1 in
variant?
25.
it's a 1 in 25.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one's
All right.
done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking one up if I can find one after the show.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I could tell you, like, usually, I mean, these things right now it's like 145. I just
Wow.
checked it like earlier. I just stumbled across it. I was like, I wonder what these
Wow.
covers are looking at. It's like 145.
Don't let
I
Richard
know.
fool you, by the way. When he says after the show, he's on eBay
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. He's done this to me.
100%.
Man,
Is he
you
buying
snipe
them,
somebody
buying them
one
all,
time.
and,
You
and
snipe
then
somebody one time, and you can't ever live it down.
Yeah.
I know, man.
You guys were fighting for the same thing, and he's like, "Oh, I can't even stand you right now." Yeah.
Also, one other thing to remember with number twos, they typically order less of number twos than they do number ones.
But do you think they're
So-
gonna order less because this is a hot book, man? Everybody kind of likes
They always
it.
do.
But
Yeah.
but this is the thing. You got to remember when they order books, it's 2 months in advance. So
gotcha.
they don't know how hot. They know it's going to be hot, and usually, like the vendor, like whatever Diamond or whatever the DC crappy one is now, will say, "Hey, you order X amount of these books, we will refund whatever ones you don't sell." So a lot of shops will go, "Okay, I'll buy that much more of it." They don't do that number twos typically.
Well, I'm doubling down on this mug.
So a lot of times what happens, they'll go, "Okay, I'll order 50 number one," and then number two they'll order 20.
I'm
And then
gonna
they'll
send
go
a message
back
to
and
my
order
LCS
more.
right now. I'm sending an LCS
But-
message to my LCS.
But that is one thing
if
that's
you're
a
watching
very
this,
normal trade. You'll see 2 is always the hardest one to get when you try and complete runs. Just how it is.
yeah,
And we got one more, man.
One more.
Yep.
that's at 1 in 50.
Oh, you
Yeah.
actually got 2 more. Oh, this is
I got
the
2.
last one. Yeah, this is the last one. 1 in 50. There's no 1 in 100 for this one.
Which, I mean, it's just another home. I mean, much better cover than that other one, but
Yeah.
each one of these covers are very striking.
Yeah,
That
for
1 in
sure.
25
Very-
though, man. That 1 in 25 is it's way better than this 1 in 50. You know.
Mhm.
So
See, I like the 125. I don't want to look at ever again.
Yeah,
I think
I'll put that
I
as
think you
sucker in
guys
my
are
box.
right. That's the one people are going to try and get because it's unnerving.
It is very
it
unnerving.
is.
But-
Yes.
I'd much rather look at this cover than look at some
Yeah.
guy trying to eat a baby.
True.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
little
need an
disturbing.
Epstein cover.
Yeah, you don't want to be waking up at the night and just calling your
Delete
mom or
Island.
something like that. Yeah, you're like, Mom, are you awake?
And I
Yeah,
just
but
want to
you
put I want to put it on record that John called it the Kanon cover. Like he named it.
He dubbed
QAnon.
it. Dubbed it.
QAnon. I have no idea what the crap the QAnon whatever, but John labeled it the
Well,
QAnon.
let's talk about it.
Nah.
No, I'm good, man.
Jehovah's Witnesses. Have I told you today about
Yeah.
QAnon?
Well, let me get some water first and
Oh,
start
man.
talking.
Let me go
Who's
get
going
some
to start
tequila.
talking Scientology next?
We're gonna get
Oh,
so
God, let's
flagged.
stop.
This is gonna
Please
get
stop.
so flagged.
I know, right?
Yeah,
He
we're
said,
fucked.
you said QAnon 20 times already, bro. This video's screwed. man.
Edit it all out. Just put a beep
Penis.
over it.
Oh,
Just
no.
exchange it all with penis. Yep.
Oh, no.
Bringing that meat.
We
Not
couldn't
only
make
did
it.
we,
Could
no
not make
man,
it 10 minutes.
we didn't make it, bro. Well, thanks a lot, JR. And then moving on to Steve, what you got, bro?
I am on the Source Point bandwagon and heading into October. Scared as shit, guys. What we're looking at is Source Point Prisoner 1. Brief overview is paramedic named Andre, paramedic in a crime-filled city, is starting to kind of see the virtue and also the hideous part of life. And there is a monster that is within his city that, although you're looking at hope, he's preying on misery and other bad things that come along with it. So I'm interested to see what this story is about. I've been picking up all independent type of horror comics. I mean, it just grabbed me immediately from cover to cover, but also I'm enjoying a lot of these different stories. So that's pretty much it. I mean, look at this cover. It's red, man. That red blood, that red sky is just telling you something. It's like, I'm coming for you.
And when I see Source Point, man, I see small print run. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
you know,
And
Yeah.
that dark cover screams spine ticks to me, though.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
100%.
the red and the black. That's the worst you can have, man.
Well, I don't know. You might have a winner there, Steve. You always pick good books, and I haven't heard shit about this book. And it
I
might
know.
be one of the surprise hits. You never know.
The only thing I've seen, I saw that other cover that was like the heads on the mantelpiece.
That was the
Whatever.
Black Cape. I think it's Black Cape Comics that was doing that.
Yeah, where they had 2 different versions and it was like only 50 issues.
Yeah,
Or
that.
50 of them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a cool cover.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a small print run.
I really think that Source Points goes in a different direction as well. I mean, you got Frank Gogel's stuff coming out, like No Heroine. You also got, I don't know if you guys picked up this comic, but through Source Point, it's called The Burning Tree. It's like a one-shot, no wording, no nothing. It's just art panels and everything like that. So it kind of gives you the imagination to really look at this story. I mean, I thought it was amazing. I picked it up thinking it was going to be a scary story, and here I'm looking at this book full of panels. I'm like, wow, like
Kind of
artistic.
like that old
in that
Snake
sense.
Eyes book.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
Old
yeah.
Snake
yeah.
Eyes G.I. Joe.
Number 21.
Well, Steve, you called We Live. Was that you or Alonzo? Alonzo.
Alonzo.
Called We Live,
Alonzo
right?
called We Live. I called Tominal.
Well,
and,
you and Alonzo always
yeah.
cost me money, bro. So screw you guys. You know. So But thanks, Steve, and
Thank you.
Let's move it on to the other guy that cost us money, Alonzo.
So I am big on the Batman 3 Jokers. I love what Jeff Johns is doing, as well as the art by Fabok. I dig it. Really enjoyed issue number 1 and 2, so I can't wait to see what happens in this particular one. We're down to 2 Jokers now, so it's pretty much anybody's game. I mean, we already saw one get shot in the head by Jason Todd, and then the other Jokers got revenge on Jason Todd. I mean, it is so good,
Jesus.
and I can't wait for it. So these come in a number of covers. So again, just pick the one you like. Personally, I love the Bubblicious cover or the Hubba Bubba cover. This like purple and pink. I love it. I love all those these particular covers. These are the 1 in
25.
25. Thank you. And the other ones we have here are the other sketch cover, which I think is a 1 in 100. And then we also have another variant, which is the Red Hood. So take your pick. There's probably going to be plenty, but the storyline's incredible, and so is the art.
Definitely.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I was
it's
going
a
to
good
ask.
story.
I mean, my LCS has stacks of these. I don't know if it's an anticipation of demand or if they're stacks because people haven't been buying them. I don't really have any insight.
I don't know, man. It seems like people over-ordered, right? Like,
Yeah,
they
I
just
think they
ordered
over-ordered.
stack. Yeah.
They did. Back when I talked to my LCS, because you're right, Richard, they have tons. They have tons of issue 1 and tons of issue 2 just sitting there because they over-ordered. They're selling a good amount, but they just have lots and lots. They thought that people would come out of the woodwork, people that aren't comic book collectors would come and pick this up. But a lot of the comic book community is picking up these books. The ones that are hard to find or that have sold out at my LCS are the incentive variants. So the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 100, those are all gone. But they have plenty of these books and plenty of the regular variants.
I think it's more of a long-term spec. Eventually, these will dry out,
Yep.
and they'll be definitely desirable. But for now, there's plenty. But long-term, for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
really think
stock
there's a
rock
couple.
number 1.
Do you really think there's a long-term spec on it? Because it's a black label, so it's not.
Yeah, it's Batman. It's Joker.
It's Batman.
the whole-
But it's
always
not canon.
It's
It
these
doesn't
Batman.
It's it's canon.
These short runs, man. They all for Batman. They
Black
always
label's not canon.
I would remind JR, when it came out, Killing Joke was not canon.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
is true. But like, damned Batwing is not canon.
You're right.
3 subscribers.
But the story came from an in-canon series.
Yeah,
So it was,
yeah.
But it was a
Right.
dead universe now.
no, it's
No.
That
still-
was
it's
for, I
still
thought it was from New
going.
52. I thought that was from New 52 was the run that they brought up the chair thing.
Yeah, but then they bring it back anyways.
Hey, give DC 6 months, they'll reboot
Yeah.
it then.
Yeah,
Well,
they'll-
I think
DC
they
is
did bring
rebooting
it back.
after the first of the year.
Hey,
I
there
think
you go.
I think they did bring back the Morbius chair because that was on Dark Knight Death Metal issue 4.
Wait,
The Morbius
Mor-
chair is always
Morbius
gonna be
chair
there.
has something to do with Batman now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What
So-
happened to DC?
So
That-
Alonzo can back me up on this, but basically at one point during a JLA story when Jeff Johns was writing it,
Yeah.
Batman got into the Morbius chair
Jesus.
Mobius. Yeah.
Yeah.
and he basically asked, I think it was the exact question, Alonzo, was
What's
it?
Joker's name?
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
That's the one
And-
question he wants to have the Mobius chair answer,
Right.
not the origin of the source or
Who is-
the
But
Who's the
Yeah.
Joker?
Who's the next girl I will sleep with?
Exactly.
I believe
What's Wayne Industries stock going to do next quarter?
the Morbius chair is always going to be there. It's been there since pretty much the dawn of time. So we're always going to have it whatever universe. But I believe that was in the New 52 universe is when that happened. That story happened.
But
I may
wasn't it
be wrong.
mentioned? Wasn't it mentioned in the current run? I think it was mentioned.
I
The
think it was
Morbius
mentioned
chair
too.
was.
Yeah, but the
It was
Batman,
mentioned in the current run.
yeah, but it was mentioned in the current run that Batman actually used it in the past. So
I have a really funny story that's related to all this.
Oh, let's hear it, John.
Let's hear it,
Hit me with
John.
it.
I was when we could still go to the cafeteria by my old office in Burbank. It shared a cafeteria with the Warner Studios lot and the Warner Brothers lot, and by extension, the CW shows where all the DC shows are on. And I'm eating in the cafeteria one day, and I have the latest issue of Back Issue magazine. I don't know if you guys know what Back Issue magazine is. It's like a nostalgia magazine by Tomorrow's Publications.
I read it sometimes.
Yeah, it's focused on the Bronze Age, and I'm reading it. Being a proud old nerd here in the company cafeteria, and these two guys walk by, and then one guy stops and he goes, You're reading Back Issue magazine? I said, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Bronze Age. He goes, oh, what do you think of DC now? And I said, well, I think it's, my personal opinion, it's a nihilistic, dark mess. I tend to like heroes, and everybody is so overly flawed. And I just go on this rant about how bad DC is. And the guy goes, oh, yeah. Well, we're trying to improve it. We're brightening things up a bit. And in fact, the book that I'm writing is very much a harken back to the Bronze and Silver Age. And I go, what book are you writing? Who are you? He goes, I'm Jeff Johns.
I love Jeff Johns. I love it.
I was a little aghast, but I stood my ground. I was like, I'll have to check out the Flash and see if you're telling me the truth, because I can't to hear Batman sitting in the Mobius chair, guys. Come on, nobody stops and goes, this is out of character.
I will say that Flash run that Jeff Johns read. If you read it, it's an amazing run.
I did. I agree. Yes. He got me on that.
Started with Jeff Johns and Green Lantern. Yeah, I have to go back and take a look at the Flash run.
Go back and read Flash and Justice Society of America. Those two are well done books.
He's got it in him.
Yeah. But do not read his Marvel run.
League.
He did Avengers. He did like 6 issues or 7 issues on Avengers.
With Scott Collins.
They were horrible.
I love the art though.
Yeah, the art's great, but the book was like called Red Mist or something. It was Avengers, and it was fucking horrible.
Oh.
Yeah,
right,
so
I'll have to get on that Flash run.
That was my brush with fame.
Oh, that's funny, man. But thanks a lot, Alonzo. Let's move on to Big Rob. What you got this week? Famous Rob.
Shit. Well, hold on to your fucking hats, dude. Because if you didn't pull this book, you're probably not gonna get it. It's pretty much sold out. All the stores are getting shorted. They did not expect the demand for this book as what they predicted in the past, so it's printed less. They oversold it. And so I know my store's getting 20% cutback on the books they order. So,
wow. Rob, I can confirm that 2 sources. There will be allocations for sure.
Yeah, so you have to wait for the second print. And my store definitely not getting the thank you variant. They were already told I wanted that book, so we're not getting the thank you variant.
I thought this issue was going to have a huge print run.
It did.
Well, they oversold what they actually printed. So
all those final order cutoffs came in
too late.
Yep, ate everything up. So there's nothing to reorder, and now they even have to allocate.
Yeah. Wow. So if you didn't pull this, I'll be shocked if you still is on the rack. To be honest.
Yeah.
So I got myself a copy of the cover 8, which is going for $50 right now on eBay.
Wow.
And I got myself the 1 in 10.
I got the Eastman, right?
I think that's the 1 in 10 is the Eastman, yes. Here's the thank you. I want the thank you variant.
I think it looks sick.
That's going to be hard to get. It's 1 per store if the store was lucky to get one. So
I got a lot of store variants. There's a Albedo 2 variant that looks really hot.
Oh, yeah. I missed out that one.
Yeah, so they're all limited to like 500 or 300 runs in the run. So, and you've got the Peach Momoko. I also got one of those. But you had to order. I placed orders for these things months ago. I mean, this is a title that has just drug on and on and on with delay after delay.
Yep.
They changed the artist too on it.
It's so this is one of those books. Did I order any of these? It's been so long that I've forgotten what exactly I got.
Well, the wait is over. It comes out next week, and this is going to go bananas. This shit's going to rock it. Yeah, it's going to go bananas.
I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, that sketch is going to go crazy on the base for sure.
Yeah, you know.
What do you guys think about the Ashcan? How do you think that's going to do?
Ashcan's different art, but it is the original.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. It could go either way. You know, it could be considered the original, or it could be considered a variant for different from what everyone is chasing, and just it's an Ashcan. You know?
And it's also hard to get too, because in good quality, because it's so flimsy.
Yeah, it was really magazine like. I had picked up 2, and there were minor spine ticks on it, and I mean just getting them though.
I know. Thank you, Steve.
Oh yeah,
Thank you,
Alonzo.
Steve.
It's sitting here nice and pretty, man. Still bagged up, just safe and sound.
Yeah, so
that book's a bitch to press too, man. That Ashcan.
I'm gonna probably need to talk to you about that.
I don't know how. I mean, what do you think? What do you think, John? Like, it's such a big book, man. You gotta. What are you gonna use to?
I'll show you.
stuff
Let me
it
go
with?
get it. Hold on. Pause.
Okay.
Life magazine boards. They sell these on eBay. They're huge, oversized. They were made for Life magazines. The old Life magazine that was.
What's Life magazine?
It was a big old tabloid magazine. You know what? Back in the day when we had to put out back and pump the water,
I walked 10 miles from those bags.
Is that before Wizard?
It was. Yeah, get some Life magazine boards because Turtles 1 through 4.
Yeah, Turtles
Raphael one shot. You
Man.
gotta use these to press.
Nice.
Because a magazine board, it's gonna slip. It's gonna ruin your book if it just off by a fraction. So Life magazine.
Got you. I got my pin right now.
These first Turtle books are impossible to press without having those extra large. This is a magazine backing board in here with this.
Yeah.
It's exactly the size of the book. So like John says, any slip and you've got yourself a crease in the cover.
Now, did any of you guys get the shattered glass variant of that?
I tossed around about that. I saw it came up in one of my Facebook feeds. It showed up, and I was like, man, no, I passed it. I got the original.
Grumpy old man. We see those.
I'm so jealous.
I had to get them.
I already sold mine.
I know you did, man. You sold them good. But I was like debating. As soon as you told me what you sold them for, I was like, should I? Shouldn't I? And I just looked in my hand. I'm like, no. For a rainy day.
Yeah, so and this one right here is fire. How much is this one going for? I haven't checked in a while. Anybody know?
Yeah, there's a metal cover one that's going for 4 figures on eBay right now.
Oh my
What?
God.
They must only did I know this only had like a 300 print run. So I bet you the metal one probably only had like a 50 print run.
At the most.
Yeah. But it also could be, some people like to post their books on eBay with ridiculous prices just to show off,
Yeah.
So it could be that as well.
But it's a dope cover, yeah.
No, it is.
No, it's a great cover.
And damn you, Steve, I've got Boys to Men going in the back of my head right now looking at this damn cover.
I know, man.
Yeah, I know you do.
I just got Motown Philly playing in the back of my head.
See,
It'll be the biggest mistake of your life.
My question with this title, though, is number 1 is going to be fire, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2 is probably going to be hot just off of number 1's fire.
Yeah,
but is anybody going to be reading 3 through 5?
I'm on board.
I'm a Turtles fan, so that's for sure. But in terms of the collector value that these books are going to, number 1 is going to have, and
there'll be a drop off like any series, right? But I think in general, it's a short run, so I think people will stick around. It's not a huge investment. It's only 5 books, so I think people will stay in.
I'm not a Turtle fan by any means, but if the story's good, I will collect it.
Mm-hmm.
It also depends on when you find out who the turtle is.
That's a good point.
Because if they keep that carrot going where it's like by the end of issue 1 you're like, I don't know who it is, issue 2 you still know, then people are going to keep picking it up because they're like, I need to know who the hell this is.
They'll probably never tell us.
I see them dragging it out to the last panel of the 5th
if they're
book.
Smart they'll do that.
Leonardo, and
It's April O'Neil.
April Jenica feud.
She had a transfusion too. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
No,
man.
it's just Donnie and April had a kid together. That's who it is.
Oh,
That's a weird scene.
oh.
Yeah.
Dang. But thank you, Rob, man, and I hope everybody ordered this at FOC. So
I have a cover too, right?
oh yeah, you got an extra cover. Yep, you got Wonder
Nope.
Woman.
Yeah, so this is my
Oh.
cover pick. This cover, I personally think is beautiful. It's a beautiful cover. Or it looks like a picture, dude. It looks so
A
live.
high school picture right there.
Yeah. See
Needs her
the
profile.
awesome.
Brightest blue eyes.
the skin tones, the reflections, the colors, everything.
Who
about
did it?
Middleton,
Josh
right?
Middleton.
Middleton's been
there you
wow,
go.
he's been
Brilliant.
There
killing.
you go.
He's been
Brilliant.
killing these covers, man.
Brilliant.
He has that photorealistic style that is just amazing.
Yeah.
The eyes.
Well, I
are
want to make sure to
crazy.
give props to him. So
Yeah, her eyes look amazing on the picture. So,
I'll fall in love all over again.
yeah, dude, I'm like falling in love just looking into her eyes, bro. So yeah, that's my cover of the week for sure.
Nice, man. So moving on to me, I picked the. I'm going to be Mr. Obvious, and just let everybody know, like, pick up 311 cover B and D. So these cover so there's a sketch variant for this. This is the homage to Chadwick Boswick. Chadwick Boswick. Did I say it right?
Bozeman.
Chadwick Boseman, and there is a cover D. It's actually D. I know like a lot of the shops I were talking to had difficulty finding this on previews. Yeah, so it's cover D, and I hope they were able to find it. I had one of the shops I'd actually ordered two of these, and she told me like, yeah, I couldn't find it. I don't know. I was looking for cover C, and it kept showing me something different. Went on the computer with her. I go, it's cover D, and we were able to order it. So hopefully this will come through. I think this is the one to get out of both of them, because this is the incentive. You get
1 in 5.
Yeah, I
1
think
in
it's
5,
1 in 5.
like always. These sketch covers, and who knows? I mean, I hear rumors that McFarlane's not going to do the CGC signing again. He's probably going to do it at his house, but it's coming, and this would be a great book to get signed by McFarlane if it does. And that's my whole goal. So
My brother, who is not into comics at all, texted me and asked me specifically about this book. Where could he get copies of this book? He had $100 to spend. This is my brother, who does not spend money on comic books. I was able to find him some for cover, but that just shows the demand for this book.
Oh yeah.
And people are buying. He was buying 4 copies of this thing, and he just wanted to have them. So there's going to be a lot of demand. We're going to see some pressure on the price on this. I agree. This alternate cover is definitely, I think, more desirable for us. But for the people who are not comic book collectors like my brother, he probably is going to get the color one because that's easier for him to relate to. So I see value in that one too. So we'll see where this goes after it gets released and people start collecting them outside of the hobby.
Yeah. By the way, mark my words. I'm putting this in the ground right now. I already did it on our podcast. I'll say it here too. This is another sign. McFarlane's coming back to Marvel to do something.
I agree.
Hopefully not Spider-Man.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Put him on like
Spider-Man
Daredevil.
again? Oh my
No,
god.
he's doing Howard the Duck, bro.
Oh, man.
Long as it's not Spider-Man, it's good.
No. He's going to do the next Miles Morales title. That's what he's
Okay, that's fine.
That would be badass.
I want it.
That would be unbelievable.
Oh
you
my
just blew,
god.
you just blew up the comic world, Richard. What are you doing?
People right now are just like, are there any comics available? Yeah.
I'm serious though. This
But
guy
how dope would that be if he did Miles, bro? Like, oh shit.
huge, and it would be a payday he could not possibly pass up. I mean, this is a guy who was so firm that he would never ever do anything Marvel related ever again, going off doing ASM 300 homage covers all the time. Now he's basically taken the Marvel trade dress for the Chadwick Boseman Memorial issues and repurposed it along with a Marvel character. I mean, he's an actor, he's a real person, but what do we know him for? So I want to think that it's a really planting seeds and it's planned, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's communication now right between Marvel and Todd, so the seeds are being planted.
But we got to remember also he's working on the Spawn movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
So
been working
he
on
may-
that for a while, though.
Yeah,
Maybe not
so
this
but I'm
year,
just saying he may not have time. Maybe
No.
this year, next year, it may be 2-3 years down the line. I do agree. I think he's going to come back and do something.
Yeah.
Because even if he does a 5-issue miniseries,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
people
Yeah.
will go
I'm
crazy for it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh,
I
and
mean, you put him on. I mean, as much as I hate fucking Spider-Man,
Relax.
put him back on Spider-Man. You put him on Spider-Man with the Venom, like do fight with those two.
this year's
people-
Overstreet
He'll
price
be
guide.
creaming. I mean,
Oh
people,
yeah. The Overstreet,
so
Yeah,
So
the Overstreet
that's
price
over.
guide. That's another thing,
Yeah.
huh?
yeah.
Dropping seeds. Oh,
Yep.
wait, I'm being filthy again. Sorry.
Little breadcrumbs. Little breadcrumbs.
She's getting
Yeah.
pregnant.
Dropping
We'll
seeds.
see. We'll see. 2022 is the new the next Spider-Verse movie, and we're going to see a lot of spider-related things at that point. I could see
Agreed.
him sneaking something in.
Telling you, you heard it here second.
Yeah.
Heard
I
it,
mean,
folks.
honestly,
You heard
I
it.
don't think the world's gonna reopen to 2022 anyway. So 2022 is gonna be a big ass party, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
and he'll have
Party
plenty
like
of time.
you've ever known, you know.
He'll have
So-
plenty of time to have his assistants draw a book for him.
I know, right?
Oh.
And then I actually like this cover. I think this is one that people are sleeping on.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Barberi cover. I mean, you have the Gunslinger, bro. Like, I mean, in these Gunslinger covers, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Chadwick."
Story
Chadwick
is-
covers.
They're
So,
gonna come together, right? All the spawns. Is that what the story is going to towards? That's what I understood. Anybody know?
They're going to hop in the Mobius chair.
hey
That's
man,
what I
we're
heard.
just
They're all gonna come together to make
we're all
one
just
ball.
cover grabbing, bro, lately on Spawn.
Dude,
Spawn,
that Matina cover is good too, man.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, the Matina.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Matina. Yeah.
Bam! Look at that.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I gotta
That's
say,
awesome.
man, these Spawn covers have been fucking dope, bro. Like all of them.
They're
You know,
fire,
yeah.
man.
All
Yeah,
of
I'm
them
just
put
saying-
out-
Why couldn't they have brought this fire to 300? 300 was
Yeah.
the
Right.
most boring set of covers I have
Right.
ever seen. And now they have all these awesome covers afterwards. It's a shame.
I mean, it started
Yeah.
at what that Gunslinger cover was at 306 or something, and then it just
I think it was
covers are
309,
just-
right?
No, they had the
There's
one that just
multiple gunslingers.
where
Yeah.
it's just his portrait. I think it was like 306, and after that, man, it's just like these Spawn covers has just been blowing up, bro. It's just like
So
Wow.
311 or 312 might be spec as well. It might be a new character, so we'll see.
Mhm. So check that out. But pick up your Spawn. So, and moving on to our guests, John, what do you got for us this week?
I have Amazing Spider-Man number 51. And one look
That
at the
cover.
cover will tell you why. I mean, it's
Beautiful.
It's just
Fire.
a cool cover. And
sure.
knowing what we know now about Amazing Spider-Man number 3, that Doctor Strange will replace Tony Stark as Spidey's mentor, people might really be drawn to this book once that movie hits and coming back and saying, hey, this is just a really cool illustration showing those two together. I have no idea what the story is. Nick Spencer, hit or miss, I don't know. But the cover is just really friggin' cool. And while you're out buying this, make sure you grab an Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 2 from 1965.
I was going to ask that question.
Yeah, that is the first meeting of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. So that'll probably blow up as well if you don't have one.
Annual 2?
Annual number 2. I'm sure
Amazing
Richard's already on eBay.
Rob's on eBay.
I just bought the ones that were available. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, dang.
Amazing Spider-Man.
I have
Annual
a
2.
button for that.
Amazing
Eating,
Spider-Man Annual
man.
number 2.
Richard's
yeah.
eating it all, man.
There's also
Hungry.
another annual, and I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but it's from the early 80s with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, drawn by Frank Miller. The story inside is by Frank
wow.
Miller. It's a beautiful cover. It's another awesome one that, these two characters, besides being created by Steve Ditko, they don't have a lot in common, but this movie is going to bring them together in a way that has just never brought them together before. And I think the market's going to react.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
cheap. You can get a 5.0 for 120.
There you go. Grab them.
What?
The Wondrous Worlds of Doctor Strange.
Then you got another one, John.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. I like the A cover.
Yeah, the cover's better.
Yeah, this-
cover's fire.
You know,
Yep.
Handheld Legion is
Psychedelic.
really good, but the A cover's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. The
It's
A
kinda too
cover just
refined for me.
vividly
This
just
was-
blast you.
This one's kind of too refined for me. It's too refined, man. Like,
You can tell they did like on a
Yeah.
tablet type thing.
yeah,
It just
yeah,
looks phoned in.
So,
yeah.
so John, did you pick these because of the cover or
I
the
did.
story?
Both.
Ah,
You know, I don't think you're going to get rich and send the kids to college, but weirder things have happened. I still read them. I still like the covers. So, you know, in terms of I was asked to pick something, that's my pick.
so
Yeah.
what do you feel about the big reveal? That's if the reveal's true about Kindred.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We've already had one major Spideyverse disappointment this year. Reveal of Virus, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Major.
Can we go for two? You know,
It's not over yet.
that's why I say Nick Spencer, hot and cold with me. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, that's good, and then I'll read the next one. I'm like, what? You know, and I know Nick Spencer was not responsible for Virus. Our man Donnie did that, but
Donnie screwed us, man.
yeah, I'm hoping there's something else. I don't know if you guys saw the next reveal where they give it away on the incentive cover for issue 20 or 31. I think they solicited. Have you guys seen that yet? No spoilers.
No, I want to know.
No,
Tell us.
It's the Scorpion.
Spill it.
But
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
a-
got you. Yeah.
Really? That was it?
Yeah.
So
Mm.
we'll see. But I love, if you want to go back to if you can, the A cover is just beautiful. I'm a big, like I told you guys, Silver Age, Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby, the bedrocks of the Marvel Universe for me, and that cover is really evocative of that. So
Yeah.
I really just caught
Dope.
my eye.
Well, cool. Thank you, John. And let's move on to our second guest, Richard. What do you got this week, man?
This week I've got Strange Academy number 4.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
love it.
this
Yeah.
is just a fun read, you know.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of like, you know, you got Breakfast Club and you got Harry Potter, and you mix them together and you add Doctor Strange to it, and you know, it's just a story about this group of kids as they they're going to this magic school run by Doctor Strange and a variety of different magic-based heroes, including magic and the ancient one, and this is following their adventures, and it's a light story. There's no real dark aspect to it. Like I said, there's heavy Breakfast Club vibes in it and some of the characters, but this is one of those books that you could easily see Disney Plus picking up as an animated series or as
Yep.
a TV show. It has it written all over it, and I think
Mhm.
the comic book collectors out there see that too. And this book is hot. You know, number 1 was hot, number 2 was hot. The variant covers for 3 were hot. So I see a lot of really, really strong sales for 4 and going on, just because people are picking them up for that off chance that, you know, it gets optioned, and now all those books are going to be fire.
Well, there was a cameo. There was a cameo number 3 of the Hollows. You know, they
Yeah.
showed up on that last page, and I don't know if people caught it, but
Yeah,
I
it was
think
like
so.
the last panel. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's one of the reasons I'm really interested in number 4, to see where they take that particular storyline. But
So-
I'm also an Arthur Adams fan. He's got a lot of covers in this series so far. Yeah, that is
Character spotlight.
fire
That's cool.
right there. Yeah, his character spotlight covers are
it's
amazing.
just sick.
It's going to be tough to get in grade, but you know, I'm going to try, because it's just like his typical covers. They're just really striking.
Is that
Indiana
baby?
Indi-
Is that baby
What?
sister voodoo?
Yes, yes.
Baby voodoo.
I'm looking
Yeah.
instead of brother voodoo. That's little baby sister voodoo.
It's a. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there
Okay.
is, yeah.
And then you got Jim Henson's Dormammu babies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Son of Dormammu, which it's again, it's a lighthearted. You don't take this seriously. I don't
Oh.
look at this as being like some serious canon book that people are, 6 years in the future going to flip back to see, how these characters interacted. This is just a light story, and it's designed for an audience that doesn't know a lot about the history of the Marvel Universe, which again makes it really, really appealing as a possible TV show.
Oh
you
man,
have a larger
my
audience.
niece, she knows about this book, and she's understands comics, but she's not as into it as we are. But she knows about Strange Academy, and she's in that age range between 18 and 20. So I can see it already reaching for that audience. So
If you do not have a Strange Academy #1 Walmart variant, I would buy it now.
Yeah,
I got one.
definitely.
I have one.
Yeah.
Pick up all these character spotlights too, because they're going to be the striking covers of all these sets that aren't those incentive variants.
But I know Indiana Jones wouldn't like this cover, so
Why did it have to be candles?
it would freak him out. And then you got you got this one, right? This is the 1 in 25 by Valerio, and I shit you not, his last name is Shitty.
But this cover ain't shitty. Look at those colors, man.
Who did that book? Oh, it's shitty.
It's shitty. That's shitty.
I'm aboard for this. I'm on board for this cover for sure.
Overstreet will have it listed as Strange Academy #4, shitty cover.
Yeah.
Shitty cover.
Call my
Valerio.
LCS and go, give me that shitty cover.
It's a shitty afoot.
But yeah, I mean, to me, pick it as a cover price, or you can pay a little bit more for the incentives, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised in a couple years when this gets optioned, and we start hearing rumors about casting and all those fun things. So
I will be
Built-in
picking up
story.
this cover. I know Rob will too, and Steve, who gets 50 books a week, will.
Oh yeah, most def. This is already going down.
But see, Steve's at how we all were at the beginning, just buying everything.
No,
I've been doing this
necessarily.
I've been doing this for 30 years. It's like I've gotten to the point where it's like I'm only going to buy like a certain group. I may buy some outside of it, but I just can't buy 30 titles a week.
See, I used to be able to do that
buy-
back in the day when the books were 50 cents and 75 cents a piece.
Yeah.
I'd have a pull list that was like this tall every week. I can't do that with $4 or $5 books.
I know.
You
Yeah.
got to be
Yeah.
more selective.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it hurts.
I kind of like this guy on the front of the cover. He looks
dog?
like he's high as hell, and he's smoking.
Yeah, he looks.
My kind of dude.
Yeah.
I
Him and I need to talk.
seriously thought the foot that was in front was like a doobie.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're all
Well, the
pot- I
one-
guess we're all potheads.
The fire guy looks like he does have a doobie.
He does.
I know.
I love
yeah,
it.
they
We're all-
understand
He
that.
does.
I love the fact that we're all saying doobie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's 1976.
Shitty's on
I
to
could
something.
say it's
man.
Swisher
Shitty's
Sweet.
on to something.
No, they have a vape pen. They're young. They're
There you
teenagers.
go.
They're vape penny.
I'm gonna have
Probably.
to follow this shitty artist.
I know, right? Shitty's the next Momoko, bro. Shitty Momoko. Come on, let's go.
I got the straight vet in.
And you got another one right here.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Momoko.
Momoko.
Yeah.
Peach.
Yeah. She's she's hot on certain covers. I really like her work, but they rarely have anything to do with the subject matter of the book she's drawing.
Yeah.
This one kind of does, and it's a nice virgin cover. I see this going some places, but not really. I wouldn't say it's a high spec book, but you never know with her. Her
This
stuff
is one of the
just
better
hot and
covers
cold.
she's done in a long time, man. This is
Oh,
really
some of her
Yeah.
some of her covers are just a little too out there, and I just don't get into them. But this is nice and simple. Colors are great, so I could see this book.
This makes me think of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
What-
it does.
11.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
What do we
Got
think
that, Ed.
about her? What do we think about her being a Marvel exclusive now?
Good for her.
I'm okay with
That's
it.
what I could say.
For her.
Yeah.
I-
Okay with it.
You go, girl.
Exactly.
Let's put it this way. She's got books still in the queue that
Yeah.
are non-Marvel books, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's an
Well, she's got
opportunity
like
to pick those
20
up.
boom.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, right.
it might be a good thing because I think she's a little overexposed right
Yep.
now. Yeah, like
Yep.
every
Yeah,
other
there's
title
tons
has
of covers.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe someone
Yeah.
smart in editorial Marvel will make her special again because she was special and now it's
Yeah.
not so special.
Well,
About-
look at the Last Ronin. Her Last Ronin covers are still hot and still fire. They're still going to bring
Yeah.
in hundreds of dollars.
And I love Momoko, and her husband's cool, yo. I talked with them before when I was getting my sketch, and but I could see like on some of her covers, her wrist was getting tired, man. You know, like it wasn't working for me, man. You know, like, you know.
I forget who it was on Spinetix that dubbed her FOMOCO, which I thought was brilliant.
FOMOCO.
I did not, someone on Spinetix said that, not me.
I like her work. She's a distinct art style. You won't see it anywhere else. But yeah, she has been busy, and that just you get fatigued from seeing her stuff all the time. But still, she has some moments of brilliance, even with that fatigue. So she's still a hot artist.
Then you got a Nakayama.
Oh yes.
You cannot go wrong with Ileana.
Yes, I missed this cover. I am going to have to pay on the
too.
secondary market for this, and I'm not happy. But damn, that's good.
I'd have her
know,
teach
man.
me things all day long.
You know what? There's a lot of these really hot Magic covers. You know, I should just buy them automatically if I see that she's going to.
Yeah, I waited the next day and it was gone.
I didn't buy one.
Everybody's got a New Mutants 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one to watch.
I have her limited series too, and yeah.
Oh, this is tight, man. This is beautiful. And then you have one left.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this me? This.
Yep.
That's the Strange Academy. Alex Ross.
Alex Ross.
Alex Ross.
Okay.
Yep.
These covers. I'm a huge Alex Ross fan. I don't feel like he put his A game in a lot of these covers. And
This is one of them.
It looks shitty.
It's out of character. Wanda's not a badass.
It's like, meh.
Wanda's shy. Wanda's retiring.
Wanda can be a badass, though.
But not like, attitude Wanda. You know what I mean?
The problem is that last month, the first month was the one that were planned, and then they went, oh, those are going to do really well, so they did the second month. And the first month he did Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange is probably one of the top 3 of the covers.
Huh.
And then it was like, how are you going to follow up Doctor Strange? And you put her, it's like, she looks like she's pissed off.
She looks
like
Alex Ross was tired when he drew this shit. His
Well, you guys know
eyes don't even fit right. It's just everything looks wrong.
You guys know it's part of a giant mural he did.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So
the one in the hundreds all linked together.
Right.
But I mean, this one just wasn't one of the better ones. I mean,
I agree.
It's trash.
this week I got like the Daredevil and the Nightcrawler and Cyclops. Those were amazing ones.
Yeah.
But this one's just like,
That Spider-Man, the Wolverine one were dope too, man.
Oh yeah, that Spider-Woman
Wolverine
was
one,
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought multiple of the She-Hulk just because I liked it and I thought there's some possibilities there. So
and even the
it's-
Jean Grey.
I've heard from a couple of people the toughest one of the 1 in 100 sketch variants is turning out to be the Falcon one.
Really?
Because the book, I forget which book it was tied to. Was
Captain America, I
Was
believe.
it Captain America? Okay,
Yeah.
there weren't a lot of people that qualified for it.
Yeah, 100 copies. That's
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Hey, but John and Richard, where can our Team Nerd Herd audience find you guys?
Bronze and Modern Gods on Instagram, Bronze on Modern Gods on Facebook, Bronze and Modern Gods on YouTube. Right, Richard?
Right, that's right.
And if you want to get one of Richard's really cool laser 3D printed corner box thingamabobbies that you've seen on Instagram, it's Adult Kid Toys on Instagram.
Yep.
Adult Kid
Christmas
Toys.
season to make great Christmas presents.
And it also is Adult Kid Toys, right, Rob?
Yeah, I do. That was my mind when.
They don't vibrate.
No, not unless you order extra. Yeah.
No KY needed.
Thank you again, John and Richard, for coming on. We really appreciate it. And would you like to send us off, John?
If you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Nice.
Ooh.
This is a DJ Abomination video.